All right, cool. Sweet.
Awesome.
Fuck yeah.
First episode of Rad
Yeah.
Dads.
First episode of Rad Dads. Phew. I just put my kid to sleep.
I put mine to sleep before I drove over here.
I killed him.
That's it.
Murder.
You will get good sleep tonight
Yes, dude,
and tomorrow night
he's
at least.
sleeping forever, actually.
My kid doesn't sleep at all.
Dude, yeah, so, all right, so,
He's a
yeah, the
monster.
whole thought behind this was you and I are both the stepdads, but you're also, like, one-upping me on it because you're a real dad, too.
I am. I have
Which is
one that
kinda
came
neat.
out of my own sack.
That weak-ass peen of yours.
It's a weak peen, but
Weak
it does the
peen?
job. It does the job. It's not a great job, but it's like the Kmart of
The Kmart.
penises. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Kmart.
Yeah, no, so you and I, we've been talking about this for like a little while now. We were talking about getting together and like setting up a podcast and like doing shit. And yeah, I mean, it took us a little while, but
Here we are. We're doing it.
yeah, just did a bunch of, cleaning in the house. We're like remodeling and shit. So we're in my living room and yeah, I'm stoked. This will be fun.
Yeah,
You
for
know?
sure, dude.
Get to talk about cool dad shit. What do you got going on? So how old is your youngest?
My youngest is 22 months.
Damn.
Yeah. So he's almost 2, which I think is when you can stop
I
using
think,
months.
right?
Yeah, I think.
Well, he's 184 months. I
Yeah.
don't know how many years that is, but
Yeah.
I would love it if my mom still referred to me by how many months old I am.
Yeah.
I'm 33 years old. And she's like, he's like too many months. That's the sad part where I'm like, how fucking many months are in 30 years?
He's a big baby.
I know, dude. Holy shit.
Oh,
Jesus
man.
Christ.
But no, he's kids are terrible. Like I'm not having fun anymore. It was fun at first. But
Yeah.
The 11-year-old, he's a breeze. But my God, the toddler, he's the worst.
How long have you and your lady been together?
About 5 years.
Damn, dude. So you guys got together when your stepson was what, like 5 or 6?
He just turned 7.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
shit.
But they lived in Kentucky. So, like, I only saw him a couple of times before we all moved in and were living together.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, he was just like, okay.
Did you meet your girl on Plenty of Fish? Because I know you were religious.
No.
He
I
met her
was
on
no longer
Pussy of
religious.
Fish, dude.
Yeah.
She's going to watch
She
this
was-
and immediately be like, I don't
we-
fucking like Nick Dees anymore. He's such an asshole.
We met on Plenty of Ass. That's where we met. And it was okay.
Sassing ass, dude.
Yeah. We actually met at the Shack. She was down visiting a friend.
The fuck is the shack?
The Shack? At the ocean front?
What is that?
It's the outdoor, like, bar.
Ah, man, I'm not a bar guy. I don't like. That's the part that like really makes me laugh about comedy is because so much of comedy happens in bars.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, dude, I hate like bar culture. Makes me like irritated. Cause I was straight edge for like forever. When I was like growing up in high school, I was straight edge for like 10 years. So I didn't drink. I didn't do anything. Like I would
That's
go to
because you were
parties.
religious too, right?
No, well, that wasn't because of that. Like I was
you
into, like,
weren't invited to stuff.
no, I got invited all the time. I was in my
We're just gonna brag about Nick
Yeah,
getting
dude.
invited to stuff.
Yeah, take that, dude. You can make children, but I get invited places, you fucking loser.
I got invited nowhere,
Only-
dude, but I
only
wanted
made a
to be
kid-
there. I'm the opposite of you, bro.
He's like, damn, it would be nice. No, when I finally started drinking, I was like, I remember I was like it was like right around. It was right around the time that it was like right before my ex-wife and I split up. And I remember like we had like my buddy and his girl came over and we were playing Cards Against Humanity. And I remember I had this like sour apple fucking Slurpee.
Okay.
And I remember pouring vodka in it and I was just getting smashed on the Slurpee in my living room.
Yeah.
And I was like mixing like one thing that I was like, dude, this is something that I'm really not cool with. I'm like, whatever. But I fucking love Slurpees. So I was just like,
Yeah.
dude, there's rules.
Yeah.
Dude is nuts.
I used to drink way too much, but it was only like on weekends, and then I'd just go way too hard. But I was never like a Monday through Friday alcoholic. I was just a weekend alcoholic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that.
like the Lord intends. You know,
Mm-hmm.
He got down on the weekends.
It rolls over like come Monday.
Prayed away on Sunday, you're good. You know?
Mm-hmm. On Monday, I'm not an alcoholic anymore.
No.
Like all my sins are forgiven.
Bingo. That is accurate. I
Because
think.
like once that you get rollover minutes on sins,
Yeah, 100%.
dude. It's so funny.
One time when it was right after me and my ex-wife split,
Dude. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the best part. We're both stepdads and we both come from failed marriages. Are your parents still together?
No, broken home.
Dude, fuck yeah, dude.
So good.
Yeah, I love it.
Um,
I knew that we were like homies for a reason because I'm like, damn, we check all the same boxes. Except
yeah,
you're like part Hispanic though, and I'm not.
that is accurate. But I'm like the worst part.
You
Hispanic
do look like
person
my
ever.
stepson in the future.
Really? That's
Yeah,
so
just like
bad for him.
Grown up him, just not as tall as I'm assuming he's gonna be.
Make sure warn him that 25 metabolism goes to hell.
What are you like 43 now?
Yeah, I feel 43.
Matt just turned 18. Everybody.
Yeah. Oh man, dude. No, I hit 25 and went from like $1.75 to like 220 in no time.
Damn, dude.
Yeah,
What do you weigh? What do you weigh?
256.
Hell yeah, you fat piece of shit.
That's like what before you lost all your weight.
Dude,
That's
You know
around where you started,
the craziest
right?
part, yeah, I was at like 250, whatever. Like I think it was like right over 250, and I was just like, "Fuck, man, this sucks." Like I had that moment where like tying my shoes hurt.
Oh yeah, I gotta go to the side, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would bring the foot up to tie it.
and then the knots on the side.
Yeah, my knots. Even now, I tie my knots are all the way over here.
Fat habits die hard.
Dude,
brother.
I always tie my shoes and the knots are on the inside.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, dude. But no, I got to the point where like I was like 250 something. And I was just like, I'm sorry, I'm yawning. I'm an old man, dude. I didn't mean to.
What's up with your bird, bro? He's just rocking back and
Holy
it's
shit.
tweaking, bro.
The bird's got Tourette's. Dude, I
right,
wish
sorry.
I got a video of the bird. Dude, pull out your camera and record my bird so I can splice that in later. Look
What
at
the
him.
hell is happening?
Dude, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Fucker, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. This is where we screeching halt on the podcast
Yeah.
that we were doing, so well with right now.
I mean, there's something wrong with this bird.
Dude, that's so fucking funny. Yeah, also nobody watching or listening knows this, but yeah, I mean, you'll probably hear it periodically in the background, but I have a bird. Literally, that's like the one thing I'm like, this is a great idea. We'll set up a podcast studio in my living room.
And then bird.
Seconds away, like literally feet from my bird.
Can't we just put like a blankie over it and then he goes to sleep instantly? Isn't that how birds work?
I think, but
Y'all don't
Also
do, I
love
don't see a
that-
blanket anymore. I don't
we
think
never
y'all-
cover him.
No?
Nah, I never cover his cage.
That's probably why he's shaking so much.
But he's
he hasn't
going,
slept in
dude,
years.
He's going at it so hard that he was literally I could see the cage shaking. Fuck, man. No, what were we talking about before the bird fucking decided he wanted to have a seizure? Shit. Oh, I was I was just getting like, dude, it was too much. I was See? Fuck. I'm sorry.
I think I'm there. I think I'm at it's too much.
I was over 250 and I was just like, man, this fucking sucks, dude. I didn't like it and I was constantly tired and just like I say that now and I'm like I'm down to I weighed myself this morning. I'm at 199 pounds and I'm still fucking tired. I went to sleep at 10:30 last night.
That might come out terrible in the
I know.
audio.
Put. He's-
I was clapping for you.
Thanks, bud. Yeah, round of applause. Yeah, dude, it's crazy, man. Like, I'm 33 right now. I'll still be 33 when this comes out, but I'm 33, And dude, it was just like, I don't know, man. Like, so my dad died at 49, and like the closer I get to being like an old man, I'm like, fuck, dude. In my mind, I'm like, I only have till 49.
See a big guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like 4 and some I have like a dumb joke about it where it's like yeah, my entire life I never thought that I would grow up to be half the man my father was. And then when I hit 200 pounds, I realized I was exactly half the man my father was.
Yeah.
You know? It's like some stupid joke. But yeah, my dad was big, dude. It's so funny because every time I'd see him, he would always be like, yeah, I lost a lot of weight. Dude, I lost a lot of weight. I'd be like, well, how much did you fucking
Yeah,
gain,
where'd you
dude?
start at, dude?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Every time I'd see him, he'd be bigger than the last time. I'm like, are you fucking like yo-yoing your weight? He was
Dude.
like 600 pounds last week, and then he just lost it all. And then he's
That-
like, no, I'm 450.
That's yo-yoing your weight is a great idea, and that's actually why I'm putting on weight. Because you always see if you lose 35 pounds, you gain an inch of penis. But when you gain the weight, it doesn't say anything about you lose an inch of penis. So you can just do a slow build, baby. You know what I'm talking about. I'm going from average to big, dude.
Dude,
That's how it works. That has to be how it works, dude. Don't take that away from me.
I think that's
Dude, yeah.
that's probably one of the fucking wildest things I've heard you say the entire time we've been friends.
Trying to get big, dude.
You're like, yeah, dude, I'm just trying to be 400 pounds, 180. 400 pounds, 180. 400 pounds, 180. 585 pounds, 200 flat with a 13-inch dick.
Yeah, bro.
Dude.
I mean, the math does
Dude,
it checks out.
He's like, yeah, I'm going to end up in cardiac arrest, but I'll have a fat dong.
That's because all the blood's in my massive penis.
Dude, dude, that is good. That's
Okay,
funny. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say, but that's fucking hilarious.
I should write that down, huh?
It's on camera
It's
now.
on
You don't have to worry about it. I'll give you the video when we're done.
Sweet.
God, dude, that's so funny. I mean, like, I've heard people say that. It's like, you know, you gain an inch
Yeah.
for every, like, what is it? Is it like
I've heard
every,
10 before, but I'm like, that's
That's not true. I've
That's
lost
not
50
true.
pounds, and I don't have.
Don't take this away from me, dude. It's the only thing that will ever get me to
Because here's the
work
thing, like, if I got an inch,
out. I've heard 35 pounds is the
that's what I'm saying. If-
the real one.
I've lost 50 pounds, and if that's the case,
How much bigger has your penis gotten since you started working out?
I don't know. That's the thing is, I don't think it's longer. I think it's just thicker. It's the
You just
same,
gave me-
it's
you're
the
just-
same length. It's just, it's like it's got shoulders now. It's just, my dick just looks like he's working security for my pelvis. What's the password? My dick just looks like a bouncer at a fucking a shitty strip
Dude,
mall.
I haven't been to the mic at chemistry yet. I wanna make it out there. We're actually recording right now.
I know.
But there used to be a bouncer out at chemistry who he looked like a penis with arms. Like just the biggest chode I've ever seen in my life.
I was at work earlier and a customer came in and his whole face just looked like if a dick had eyes.
Yeah. My dad's a bald man, so he struggles with that.
My dad's a dead man, so he struggles with nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But my living dad, he struggles with racial equality. That's that's what he struggles with.
I think I'm not stepping into that trap, dude. I'm not
Why not, dude?
I'm not stepping in that trap,
Why
bro.
not?
You're laying traps. Episode 1, bro.
No, man. Nah, but yeah, I don't know. if here's the thing, like if I gained an inch for every 10 pounds I lost, I would have
You'd have 5 extra inches.
That's a whole nother penis.
Yeah.
Like a whole. That's like I grew an
That's
additional
2 extra
average.
penises for some of us, bro.
You're like, dude, I'd have a normal dick.
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for, dude.
Dude, that sucks, man. You tiny pee.
Everyone has their cross to bear, brother.
You can't bear it, dude. Your dick's too small. You have a cross to BARE. You have a bear.
I'm not good at spelling, dude.
It's bear. There's nothing on it. Naked.
It's a naked.
It's a naked pee.
While we're on the topic of genitals, I had a terrible day today.
Oh yeah, you were telling me that you had a fucking rough one.
It was a terrible day. Interesting day. Terrible. So I woke up with a terrible pain in my right testicle.
Dude.
Just my right testicle. Like sharp, excruciating pain. And I was like, at a certain point, I was like, yo, this has been... I tried to sleep it off, but when I laid on my stomach, couldn't lay on my stomach. So I'm like, yo, what the hell? Right? So I go to patient first, and this guy's like, all right, drop your pants. So I drop them, and he squeezes my righty, front, back. He's like, how's that feel? And I was like, not great, but it's not like excruciating. And he's like, okay, well, we can't really do too much here because we don't have a ultrasound machine. And I was like, well, then why did you just touch my testicles? Like, if you knew
He jerked you off to completion and was like, man, it sucks, man. I don't have an x-ray.
Yeah.
I'm not even a doctor. I just took one of these coats. I've just been jerking people off all day.
Oh, you were here for a headache?
Yeah, dude, that sucks, man. I feel great.
Yeah.
Out here fapping dudes off at the patient first. That's just a regular fat daddy jerking off thick kings.
New pod name, Fab Daddies.
Jerking off thick kings at the patient first. He grabbed your balls. He's like, what do you weigh? About 250? 252? This fucking sack's got some road miles, dude.
I'm glad you shaved for this. This is nice.
Dude, that's... Fuck. So he just...
Yeah.
For the love of the game.
For the love of the game, bro. He's like, yeah, I think I'm going to double dribble this, you know?
Bro.
Take this to the paint. So he's like, I can't really do anything for you here because we don't have an ultrasound machine. So you probably need to go to the emergency room. And I was like now or like sleep it off because you felt like there was nothing alarming, but if it still hurts, go to the emergency room. He's like, no, you should probably go straight to the emergency room because it could be whatever, and then your testicles could die. And they were like, if it's this, it'll cut off blood, and then if it doesn't get fixed in 6 hours, no blood to your testicles. It's
Jesus,
bad. They'll
dude.
shrivel and die. So I was like, oh shit. So I go to the emergency room. When's the last time you went to the emergency room?
I don't remember. It's that long that I don't know.
I have never seen more people. It's at 2 p.m. in robes and bare feet in
What
my
the
entire
fuck?
life than in an emergency.
Bare feet?
Yeah, dude.
Were you at a fucking water park?
No, bro. I'm
Yeah,
at the
fucking Ocean Breeze?
Princess Anne emergency room, dude. I walk in
Jesus.
and there's one poor bastard just in his scrubs, like trying to check people in.
You put
And-
some fucking socks on.
And there's just people with their bare ass feet and
Dude,
in
ugh.
bathrobes, not like hospital robes, like they walked from their house in a bathrobe.
What if you... Are you sure you went to an actual hospital? It sounds like you went to a fucking mental institution. They sent you to the fucking...
I went to a brothel where guys just jerk you off. Everybody else knew just bring a robe.
You fucking... They're like, yeah, dude, Game of Thrones, this shit.
Yeah.
Fucking... Jesus, man.
So I check in there and
Was it dark?
No, it wasn't.
Dimly lit.
It was not dimly
You were
lit.
fucking-
Unfortunately, I could see everything. So they get me back in a room.
That hospital have a punch card?
Dude, there were people who looked like they just like, another day. I actually woke up. I managed to wake up. Time to go hang out at the emergency room.
Fuck.
One guy was just rubbing his belly in a chair, and they called him, and he gets up, walks to a wheelchair, and then he's just sitting there, and the nurse comes over, and he's like, you can walk, right? Because he literally just walked to get in the wheelchair, and he was like, nope, I can't. Everybody was like, bro, you just walked to
Fake
sit
news,
there.
bro. Fake news.
Like,
Get his ass.
like you hadn't been in it the whole time.
Bro, I will say that is like the definition of gaslighting.
yeah,
Can
right.
you walk? No.
But we watched you walk to the wheelchair.
Nope.
I can't do it. It was the same guy that was rubbing his belly. So I thought he was there
it's
for
just
his belly.
What if it was just a pregnant trans man?
Yeah, I mean, it could have been. I don't know. I didn't talk.
That's how we
It was
cancel. That's how we
clearly
cancel
crazy.
Matt first episode. We get you canceled. Those fucking guys can't be with children.
They,
What do you mean he's
Andy
pregnant?
Andy can fucking walk.
Dude.
Can't trust him.
He's like, I'm in my fucking 4th trimester, dude. You're like, that's not even how that works, bro. He's like, my pussy hurts. I'm dilated.
Oh,
My
shit.
pussy's dilated.
So I go back to the room. Another guy touches my balls. And he's like, we're going to get you into... They were very adamant that I needed a STD test. I'm like, me and my girl have been together for 5 years.
I keep wanting to call her your wife, too. That's like a weird part.
Well,
I'm
we
like,
call
yeah,
each
dude.
other husband and wife.
That's what I thought. That's what threw me
Yeah.
off, because you're like, my wife, my wife, my wife.
My wife.
It wouldn't be an episode if I didn't race bait you into doing a fucking accent, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, get them good. Get him.
So, no, we do call each other husband and wife because it's just like...
Among
we're-
other things,
We are more...
the
yeah.
N-word.
Yeah. I'm not stepping in your traps, dude.
She says it to him more.
She's from
than-
Kentucky, dude. That's like...
Hey.
Rolls off the tongue, dude. No, she doesn't.
Roll Tide. She puts a hard R in Roll Tide.
So
That's not the same state either.
it's not.
but
It's not.
It's okay.
Where the hell was I?
Yeah, people grabbing on your balls.
Another guy grabbed my balls. They really wanted me to pee in a cup so they could give me an STD
It's so
test.
weird.
I was like, okay. I mean, I will, but that's not gonna be a path we go down. That's not an option. Like, it's impossible. But so now they get to the fun part, the weirdest experience of my life. They gave my testicles an ultrasound. I go into this room.
They put the jelly on it.
They put the jelly on my balls, man.
Oh my god,
So I'm in this room.
jelly balls.
And this lady goes, all right, go ahead and I'm gonna step out, put this gown on, and then cover up with the sheet. So like the hospital gowns, like they have that slit in it, right? If you were told that, given the fact that it's your scrotum, that is the problem. Would you put the gown on to where the slit's in the front or the slit's in the back?
Did you put it in the front?
Where would you put it?
I would still wear it where the slit's in the back.
Okay.
Lift up my dress.
Okay. So that's what I did, right? Because that's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't want to just assume, you know?
Just fucking flashers, bro. Hey, lady, check out my cock.
Yeah. So I put it on the same
Normal way, like a
Yeah,
fucking sane
yeah.
person would at the
So-
hospital.
So they gave me this thing, and it came down to, it barely covered the bits, dude. Barely covered them, even when I had it on the right way. So I get in this bed, and I cover up with, like, a thin sheet. You could see right through the sheet. It was doing nothing. And then these two ladies walk in, one with a cart, and then the other one was just there to make sure we didn't have a Deshaun Watson situation. And she was just like standing in the corner.
She was security.
Yeah, she was just watching, dude.
Stone facing
was-
your fucking flaccid dong.
Yeah, she was just a cuck
Don't
in the
you
corner.
dare get it turned on now.
Yeah.
Just an old lady. Hey, none of that funny business.
No, she looked like she was
Get
like
it down.
like 21 years old.
What if she just walked in with one of these?
Yeah.
Smack you. Dude.
Here's some ice we're gonna put on you, sir, so we make sure you can't get hard.
Just fucking hits. She just hits your dick with that like soft mallet that they have at Chuck E. Cheese. The Gator game.
She used one of the reflex hammers as a
back way.
as a whack-a-mole hammer.
pointy.
What is the hammer? Jesus Christ,
You
dude! I
couldn't
think
think
I'm
of
having
what
a
it'd be?
stroke.
Maybe that's why it starts in your balls.
Does it?
I don't
Oh
know.
shit!
I normally stroke with my balls.
So, anyways, this lady now they turned the lights off. Now at this point, it is a dim lit room. Like that, I don't understand why
Lit a
that.
candle and jerked you off.
Yeah. So one lady's in the corner and one lady's at this like machine where they were probably just seeing if someone had a baby with it. And now she's like, "All right, here comes the warm jelly." Oh no! First she was like,
You were like, yeah, here comes some warm jelly. Hey, I was thinking the same thing, lady.
"Why do you think I'm spending my day off in the ER? I'm here to get jerked off."
Dude, there's a whole bunch of people out there that are like going to massage parlors. Could you imagine just being the guy that's like going to the
Yeah.
ER being like, I fucking got a pain.
Yeah.
Come on, help me, doc. Dudes that like go to the fucking
Well, I got a patient first. You should check out, buddy.
Princess Anne Medical Center. Two dudes will grab your balls first, but then a lady tops you off at the end.
While
Well,
one
another
watches
one-
in the corner.
Dude,
So she goes,
cuck RN.
she goes, she goes, "All right, sir, if you could lift your scrotum and then close your legs like we're going to use your legs as like a table. Just close them all the way together so that your dick and balls just
Push your bag up.
yeah.
We want you to do a reverse
Reverse
mangina. We
tuck.
want you to pull
Yeah.
all of it up and then squeeze
Yeah.
your legs behind it. Saddle up your dick and balls and then close your legs.
We really want to see the bulge, okay? So I'm like, okay. So I get in position, right? And then she's like, all right, here comes the warm jelly. And just for like 15 minutes, just surveys the area.
Dude, she's like, yeah, there's babies in there. They're just not developed yet.
Yeah.
I think I see a heartbeat. Boom, boom, boom.
So
Holy shit.
doesn't say, like, nobody says anything. She's just, at one point, she's like, are you okay? I was like, I mean, as good as
How
I
far
can
along
be.
am I, Doc?
Oh man, so it was, and they came back and were like, yeah, nothing's wrong with you, dude. I was like, what the fuck? So I was just having terrible pains in my right testicle.
Bro, that is fucking hilarious. I also love the idea that, like, right after they did that, they just walked down to room 305 and it was a pregnant woman just getting your ball goo rubbed
Yeah.
all over her stomach. She goes home.
Hell
Her
yeah.
husband's like, why do you smell like fucking... You smell like
You
taint.
smell like a Puerto Rican's ball sack right now.
You smell vaguely ethnic, but still white passing.
You smell like you can't speak Spanish.
You smell like letdown. That's funny because for the last, like, off and on periodically over the last, like, month, I've had this, like, faint pain here and there in the back of my left ball, like where it connects to the string.
Yeah, that's where mine hurts,
Yeah,
but in the right ball.
I feel it. I don't know. Well, it's good to know that your diagnosis is enough for me to not go get fucking gooed up.
Yeah, no, dude, you should. You should.
Next week when we do another episode, I'm going to talk about my goo balls.
Yeah. Every
From
time-
blue balls to goo balls.
We're gonna have to have some kind of emergency room story every week.
It's a skin intervention.
Yeah.
Dude.
Dude. It was
That's fucking hilarious.
yeah. I haven't
Dude.
had my bald plays with in a long time.
I used to be friends with this dude. We were like best friends, and I remember one time he was having issues with his fucking. He was having similar thing going on with his junk, and his shit was like in pain, like swollen, in pain, inflamed, whatever. Like he just kept having issues with it, and it was his birthday. And I remember he went to patient first on his birthday. I remember
if that same guy got him.
Dude, this is in Richmond, so probably not. He didn't.
Okay.
He never told me that they fucking fondled his balls or whatever. But like, the doctor comes in, they like examine him, whatever. Doctor leaves. Doctor comes back, and the doctor's like, "All right, here, take this. If it doesn't clear up in 48 hours, then you have a bigger problem." And he's like, "What does that even mean?" He's like, "Well, it's either totally fine, completely treatable, nothing to worry about, or cancer.
Jesus Christ.
Enjoy your birthday."
Happy birthday.
And then my buddy left, and I remember we went back home, and I remember he drank an entire 24-pack of PBRs
That's not
while
what.
crying
That's not what the doctor ordered, dude.
because he fucking thought, he's like, I was like, "Dude, I don't think you're supposed to be drinking on that medicine." He goes, "Well, what's the fucking worst that'll happen?" He goes, "I got 48 hours to find out whether or not I got fucking cancer." He's like, "I think I'll be all right."
Testicular cancer is not that big a deal, is it?
Also, it's like, what fucking
They just
patient
take
first?
it.
What patient first is equipped to diagnose cancer?
That's a fair question. Because couldn't even give me an ultrasound on my scrotum.
They tugged your balls and then sent you to another
Yeah.
person to tug your balls.
Yeah, they were like, we can't do nothing here. Like, what?
That's so funny.
I really don't understand what he was doing down there.
I guarantee you that guy's just got like a fucking diary at home. Today, touched another ball sack. Felt nice.
Oh,
Dude, that's... Yeah, I mean, that beats my day. You definitely, out-weirded me. For sure. Today, I worked. I helped an old lady in a wheelchair get to her car.
There was a guy in a wheelchair at the emergency room.
Yeah.
Could she walk?
No, very poorly.
But she drove there?
Mm-hmm. It was the cutest little thing, too. She brought out a step stool. She had a step stool by her fucking foot pedals. And I opened up the driver's side door, and there was a tiny little foldable step stool in front of her seat that she grabbed and then set it down on the ground and then turned around and like folded up her wheelchair, and I put the wheelchair in the back seat of her car. And then she proceeded to stand on this teeny little step stool to hoist herself into her minivan, and I like helped lift her up into
Did you
the
grab her
minivan.
by the ass?
No, I thumbed it.
Oh, nice. I like how we started by talking about our kids, and now we're on thumbs in the asses of old ladies.
Yeah, well, that's what makes us so rad, dude.
I think so.
Fuck. Yeah, I mean... Dude, did I tell you what my kid said to me the other day?
No.
So we did.
You've told me things, but maybe
I
not
know,
this one.
He's wilding out, man. Reckless. Fucking, I came in tonight. He was watching Ready to Rumble, that fucking wrestling movie.
Yeah.
He was watching that, and I went to go give him a hug, and he like yoked me up and tried to like pull me onto the bed into a submission. And I go, "Dude, what the heck, man?" He goes, "That's called a reversal." I just wanted a hug, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
And he like yoked me by the neck. I was like, "Damn, dog." No, so we did the competition at the Funny Bone on Sunday.
Yep.
And Michelle was getting ready to take him to go hang out with a friend of hers, and we're in the car. They're like, they're in the car. I'm going to my car, and he was like, "Hey, do you have a joke show tonight?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, I was like, "It's a competition." I was like, "Wish me luck." And he goes, "All right, good luck, Dad." And I was like, "Thanks, buddy." And he goes, "Yeah, I hope Kevin Hart doesn't show up to your joke show." And I was like, "What?" He goes, "It'd be a shame for you to lose to Kevin Hart."
I would have rather lost to Kevin Hart.
Dude, I was just like,
Thank
man.
you.
Thanks, man.
My kid gets sad when I go to comedy stuff.
You know what's really funny, though? I told him the other day, actually yesterday, when I was getting ready to leave to go meet up with Alvarado to work on my album.
Yeah.
When I was going to meet up with Alvarado, I was leaving here, and he asked me, he goes, "How was your joke show the other night? How was your competition?" And I went, "Dude, you'll never believe it." And he goes, "What?" And I went, "I lost to Kevin Hart." And he's like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah, Kevin Hart showed up and he beat me. He won."
That'd be awesome if Kevin Hart did just show up and start
Dude, but the
doing
best
Clash of the
part-
Comics and all the
Dude,
funny
could you
bones.
imagine? If he showed up and they're like, "Hey man, do you have any people?"
Yeah.
He's still got to turn in tickets. How funny would that be to just fucking show up and just drop in on a locals only competition and just be like,
just dunk on all of them.
"Bow, bow."
Ah, man, that'd be awesome.
I would laugh so hard at anyone that wasn't me.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed. But in my head, I'd be
Especially
like,
if you come in second.
I know. Immediately, I'm like, he's not anywhere remotely close to a good comic anymore. I'd be so pissed. Fuck you. I hope someone plants drugs on you or something. Nah, dude. Yeah, I mean, we started talking about the kids, but dude,
My testicles still hurt.
mine hasn't been in pain much lately. I guess,
They said if it keeps happening, you need to go back, except for just go to the urologist this time.
that makes sense. Someone that's like job it is to actually grab your dick and balls.
Yeah, yeah.
As opposed to these Philistines, these uncultured idiots just grabbing dicks all willy-nilly.
These uncut gems, dude.
Yeah, you showed them. You showed them.
This is what a Christian looks like.
Yeah.
Circumcised.
Fathom Sandler over here.
Adam Sandler. Oh, shit. That was good. I like that better than when you called me a trash boy for 30 minutes before we started recording.
When did I call you a trash boy?
You were standing right over there. You go, trash boy, trash boy.
When did I say that?
I don't know, dude. You just unprovoked were like, trash boy, trash boy.
No, are you sure?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, dude.
Did I say it multiple times?
How do you not remember this?
I swear to God,
are you
I don't
possessed,
remember.
dude?
This is like the weirdest way to find out I'm schizophrenic. Did I really say that?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, no, I did not.
You were right there.
I swear to God, you're fucking.
You were
you're
setting up the
you're
camera,
lying.
bro. Why would I make this up?
Dude, no one's listening to this podcast
said-
because no
you
one
s-
knows we have it. But like,
You said it enough to where I was like, "Aw."
I swear to God, I don't remember. Did I really?
Yeah, dude, it hurt my feelings.
Oh, don't be such a trash boy. You fucking soft ass loser. Do you know if you lose 10 pounds, you gain an inch of dick?
I've heard rumors. That's why I've been storing up some weight, dude.
Yeah, it's just a trash boy.
I was like, man, Nick was like, yeah, let's do this podcast just so you can come over and
Look how sick my living room is, you fucking
trash
loser.
boy.
Bro, I absolutely have no recollection of that at all.
I think you need to go to the doctor, bro.
I hope I get my dick touched.
Yes.
Dude, oh man, there's no way.
Yeah, dude. It was very hurtful.
Holy shit, that was fucking. I think that's probably one of the funniest things I've heard in days
And
don't
you didn't
remember.
even remember saying it.
at all.
You said it. And don't even remember.
I have no clue. I think I might have early onset Alzheimer's.
Maybe. My grandma had Alzheimer's. So it took her out. Last thing she said to me.
Now she's got no timers.
No, yeah, out of timers. That's what she's got. I think you've heard me tell this story on stage where, like, my grandma was like my mom growing up. So, like, we were super close. Went to all my baseball games, everything. Growing up in her house. So it was, like, really rough seeing her go downhill, right? So it was, like, 5 years where she's just, like, slowly going downhill. In the last, like, 2 years, she, like, doesn't know who anybody is in our family. But you have a couple lucid moments, right? Well, she has one probably about, she hasn't known anybody for about 6 months. She hasn't had one in about 6 months. We're all over at the house. It's like 4th of July or something. We had a cookout, and she's just been on the couch, like, just like not knowing anybody. Well, we're all leaving, and she's like, Matthew, and points to me. And, like, instantly everybody's like, oh, man, she knows somebody's name. It's like everyone in my family's looking. And she's like, come here. And she's beckoning to me to, like, come over. So I, like, obviously go over there. And, like, I'm, like, already, like, starting to, like, well up with tears. Like, my grandma knows who I am. She, like, you can see it in her eyes, right? So I go over there, and she's, like, beckoning me down. She wants to tell me a secret. And so, like, I go down there, and she's like, I'm thinking, like, profound, like, moment. Like, this could be the last thing my grandma ever says to me. Like, this is, like, a Peter Parker, like, great power comes great responsibility. Like, I'm thinking, like, I love you. You've always been, like, a son to me, something like that. And she, like, beckons me even closer, and she's like, have you gotten fat?
Trash boy.
And I'm like, yeah, grandma, I'm trying to get a bigger penis. So, and then
Excuse me, you fucking whale. You look kind of like my grandson, Adam Sandler.
And then she just went back to being not remembering anything.
She said, who's this fucking
Who's this fat Matt imposter?
fat Matt?
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
That was the last thing she said to me.
that's
It was awesome.
pretty good.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Damn, bro.
My fatness brought my grandma out of Alzheimer's.
Dude, you were on your Lizzo shit, dude. In a minute, I'ma just watch my mama.
Dude.
In a minute, I'ma just watch my grandma die and shit.
Oh, man. Really combining
Sentimental moment with my grandma that she called me fat.
I listen to Lizzo before every show. Not podcast. Before every, like, stand-up show. I listen to Lizzo.
She has a podcast?
No, dude.
Oh, you
Same-
said not podcast.
Because we're doing a podcast.
Well, yeah,
right
it'd be
now.
weird to listen to a fucking hype song before you do a podcast.
Well, yeah.
So I fucking had my balls touched today. How do I talk about it?
It's really weird. That's weird, right? That I listen to Lizzo before every show.
What song?
I just type in Lizzo. I don't have any of her albums downloaded or anything. I just go to the Lizzo's greatest hits on Apple, like her most popular songs, and just hit play.
Interesting.
Yeah. I had a really good set one time. Like, I was listening to Lizzo. Then it became like a superstition for me.
Every now and then, I guess I have some shit that I listen to, like going into like pre-show stuff that I listen to that I'm like, oh man, this gets me like amped.
Yeah. It doesn't like get me amped. It's just like now it's a superstition. Where
Fair
it's like
enough.
I feel like I can't. Like, I mean, I don't dislike Lizzo. Like, Lizzo's awesome.
I will say I forget like the last few times like I've done some shows recently where like leading up to it I've listened to Everlong by Foo Fighters
Okay.
or Tenacious D, like the Pick of Destiny like soundtrack.
Yeah, when we were driving up to
Yeah.
Richmond, you were listening to
Dude.
Tenacious D.
I listen to that a bunch just because I think that shit's fucking great.
Yeah.
They're like outside of it being like a fucking soundtrack to a comedy movie, or like their album before that is just like it's all like goofy shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
because there's like skits in there and whatever. Like that shit reminds me of like the old Adam Sandler CDs and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
like outside of that, those are like, it's just fun to listen to.
Yeah.
Or like Lonely Island. The other day I was listening to Lonely Island on the way to a show.
That's Dick in a Box, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We listened to that on the way
We
to
did
Richmond
listen.
too. Yep.
Exactly. Yep.
After listening to the new Miley Cyrus album.
I know. Front to back.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Because my old lady was like, I want this album just came out and it's great. And I was like, all right, well, as long as you're happy, I love you. Enjoy your music.
Nick
And then we
picked
played it at a low enough volume that nobody really heard any of it.
It's true. Miley's one of my girls though.
Dude, got milk, dude. It's fucking.
We're gonna just do all my bits tonight.
Dude, it's all right, man. Somebody did your bits earlier. Twice. Dude, did you know my dad is dead?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I was sick. Fucking A. That's all right, dude.
Oh man, I gotta work on that got milk thing, dude.
I know. There's like a bunch of shit. I mean, because I have that Sandman show coming up, and I've been trying really hard to like actually try to work on material. It's like I don't want to just go up there and do that show and then end up just doing a bunch of crowd work. In my head, I'm like, I want to work material so that I can get that shit strong enough to where I can just shoot and record all that, and then like dump some of the stuff that I don't really feel like doing anymore, and then like wiggle in like new shit. Because there's like a lot of comics that I know that I'm like friends with that like write material so fast. Like Winston Hodges is like a comic like that really like he cultivates material so fast, and then he'll end up with these big chunks of stuff that it's like, God damn, dude, he's got like 5 to 10 minutes on just one thing, or like a bit that's like a 6-7 minute joke by itself.
Didn't he? I don't know Winston at all. He's from close to our area,
So
right?
he lived in lived in Charlottesville, and then started stand up in Richmond, and then was like bouncing back and forth between there and whatnot. And then within the last like year or two, he moved to DC. He moved to DC, I think, like during COVID.
Okay. Didn't he? I just see something about him. He did a weekend where he did 4 shows, and they were all different hour-long shows.
Yes.
That's insane.
He did. He like, shout out to Winston, did a fucking full weekend at the DC Improv. I mean, not DC, at DC Comedy Loft. I'm sorry. And yeah, so I did the flyer for that, and it was like
awesome.
Dude, I was super hyped. I had this idea, and so I did like him as the Lincoln Monument.
Okay, sick.
And yeah, so he had the idea that he was gonna do basically like 4 different shows. So he did one that was all crowd work. He did like another one, and then he did like new material on one, and then I think he did like a bunch of stuff about like, because he had a special called Grieving Productively that he did, where it was like all jokes about his dad after his dad passed away.
Okay.
So he did like, I think it was at least like 30 to 40 minutes of just dead dad material.
Jeez.
So he like said that he reworked a bunch of that stuff and then added in some new stuff to that too. So it's like, yeah, it's insane. That guy's like, it's wild, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I'm trying to work on an hour, and
Yeah, it's nuts.
doing 4 of them, and to be able to do them, because he was doing 2 shows a night, right? If I saw everything right, like to do 1 hour, then a new crowd comes in, another hour, and then do the same thing the next day. Like that's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy because like me and Ant were talking about that, and I could imagine that like at a certain point you'll have like, there has to be some sort of like mental fatigue to that.
Yeah.
You know, like it's crazy. Like I know that we're like talking like almost like inside baseball on comedy shit, but it's like, dude, if you're listening to this podcast, obviously it's like, you know, we're comedians and shit. But like, yeah, that's got to be like, it's got to be nuts to just go, you know what I mean? Because the show that I'm doing like 45 minutes, you know, of one show. It's not, you know, I don't have to reboot and then do it again right after.
Yeah, and like,
you know,
like if you go to the Funny Bone, you see they have multiple shows that night. If you see the first show, you're gonna see the same set that second show. In
It's not
most
always
instances, right?
It's not always true because there's comics that I've worked with that it's like, damn, this motherfucker just did a completely different hour.
Really?
I've seen people do that where it's like they'll do one, and then right after that, it's like I went and hung out at Sandman one night, and Sean Patton was there, and I watched him do an hour on the early show, and then did like a completely different hour of the late show, and there was only like 2 jokes, maybe 3 jokes that were in the second show that were in the first show.
See, that's
Insane.
crazy. That's
I
crazy
watched
to me.
Godfrey one year. I watched Godfrey at the Virginia Beach Funny Bone. Early show, he did 1 full hour of material, and then the late show, he did a completely different hour. Not a single joke was the same.
That's insane to me.
It's absolutely, absolutely insane to like think to be working like consecutively working on that much material all at once. It's nuts. It's insane.
I think your bird has that door open. I got distracted. It just swung open. I'm not crazy.
No, I mean, it's not locked.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, we
it
let
doesn't
them.
just fly away?
Uh,
Fly around the house?
their wings are clipped, so they can only do but so much.
Oh. Okay. Sorry, I was really distracted by that. It is crazy that people can do multiple hours. I'm
Like, but
I'm
what's even
ADHD, dude.
crazier
There was a
is
bird that was about
The
to
bird
escape.
opened the Houdini bird. Yeah, man. It's really cool to watch. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. I'm just trying to work on 30 minutes an hour,
Yeah.
you know? Like, and then you see that and it's like it's insane.
Yeah, cuz it's like I know that I've got enough material that I can do to fill the time, but I want it to be a certain level. Like I want to be at a point where like think of your best joke and then think of that consecutively for like 45 minutes to
Yeah.
an hour. You know what I mean? Like where every joke is as strong as your closer and everything feels
Yeah.
like it could be a you know what I mean? It's like that to me is that's nuts.
Yeah. I mean, Norman has said it where he's like a good set is like trail mix. You have bits that are nuts, you have bits that are raisins, and then you got bits that are M&Ms. Like a good set has a mix of like not everything has to be a M&M. Not everything has to be a raisin.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
like and that was something that like when I heard him say that I was like, okay. Cuz like I was living in the shadow of one of my jokes. I felt that like it's my closing joke but after I wrote the bit and stuff, like I felt like I couldn't get out from under that joke when I was writing new stuff. I wanted everything to be just as good as that bit.
Yeah, well, it's also hard when like your peers, when you do a joke and your friends are like, "Damn, that's my favorite joke that you do,"
Yeah. Yeah.
or like it's a joke where somebody else goes, "Man, I fucking wish I wrote that joke. That's so funny," like whatever, and it becomes a joke that you're like, "Damn, like that's my bit." Anytime anyone hears it, they're like, or like I've had people where I don't know if you heard me do it, but like the Stallone joke that I do, or like there's like a couple other ones, like the Us joke where I talk about the movie theater.
Yeah.
Those are like jokes where I've had people come up to me and be like, "Man, I was hanging out with my friends and I told them that joke and they fucking they started laughing."
Yeah.
It's like when it's a joke like that, you're like, I need every joke to be like that.
Yeah.
I need all that shit to be that strong. That's the hard part, is like finding all that.
Yeah. Which that's something that like I'm way more green than you are. Like you're deeper into this for sure. And that's like something that I'm just getting to the point where like I'm like
Yeah.
going through the like, okay, it's a trail mix, you know?
Yeah.
So that was just it's yeah. So then when you see guys doing 4 different hours
It's
a
crazy.
weekend, that's so crazy. It's so impressive.
I know. One day, man, everybody in the area, you know, in our group, it's going to be like a thing where everybody's like out. Ideally, in my mind, it's like a fast forward like 5-10 years, everyone's on the road.
Yeah.
like, doing shit.
That'd be awesome.
Either working with each other or like we're all at a spot where it's like we're doing shows and bouncing around cities and being like, oh, you were just there last week. I was there. You know, that would be like the coolest thing. Fast forward to see everybody, like everyone's headlining their own shit. Like, but we still have time to like do those shows where it's like you do a show and you're like,
I'm probably like 180 with a 8-inch penis.
yeah,
It's gonna be awesome. 35 pounds at a time, dude.
Amen.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, dude. It'll be cool. I think it'll be a lot of fun to really kind of see what like the future holds for like a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like we've had fun with this. We've had like the moments where it's like, ha,
Yeah.
very ha-has, and then it's like, yeah, but like comedy's cool, man. I
Comedy.
like
Yeah.
comedy.
We have to obviously talk about that, right?
I know. Yeah, you can't be, a comedy podcast and not be a comedian and be like, oh yeah, no, you guys.
I mean, this is where everybody will turn it off, but
yeah, in my mind, they like turned it off 20 minutes ago. And they're like,
Yeah.
these fucking dorks.
yeah.
It stopped getting funny when his ball stopped getting touched.
Yeah, that's.
Did you hear him call him Fathom Sandler? Declined.
That's also when I thought it wasn't as fun when my balls weren't getting touched. You know.
Same. When I'm not being fondled and against my will, it's not fun for me.
I mean, I did go there. I signed up
paid.
for it. I paid for it.
Paid.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. You support sex work. Sex work is real work. Say
Who
it.
was the sex worker there? It might have been me.
This check-in guy, the ultrasounder.
If anybody should have got the wheelchair, it should have been the guy who it hurts to
Dick
walk.
pain.
Yeah.
I will say one of the craziest things I've ever called out of work for. One time years ago, I had this ingrown hair in between my fucking like my leg. It was like in the back, like by where my taint is, like underneath where like the crest of the cheek is, like back
Okay.
behind the balls, but like it was deep in there. I had this.
I mean, I'm having. So it goes balls, taint,
So, like-
butt.
yeah.
But you said it was behind the taint.
all right. So
so
like
that puts it at the butt.
So think of your legs as the V, right? Or I guess a W. You said it goes like that, right? So your junk is in the middle, and the leg meat where it dips in that
So like
that
it was
little-
in the
the
crevice.
canyon back here. Yeah, it was towards the Devil's Driveway, but it was like it was back.
Okay.
It was back.
So it was on the back door side, but kind of on the leg.
Yeah, but it was like on the it was like near like the lower cusp of cheek meat, like where you're going like
Yeah.
towards where the taint is,
But
like,
not quite
near the
taint.
butt. Like where you're like past the taint, but not quite to the butthole.
Okay.
Devil's Driveway.
I didn't. This Devil's Driveway is new to me.
When you're near there, Well, you were a religious kid. You don't go anywhere near the devil.
No, not at all.
But yeah, so I had this fucking. It was incredibly painful, and it was big as fuck. And I couldn't, dude. I was in so much pain that like I couldn't walk. I couldn't sit. It hurt for days. And I called my boss and I was like, "Hey man, I can't come into work today."
Did you give a reason?
No. But when I got to work the next day, he tried to
Tried
the
to
next
get
day
it
he
out
tried
of
to
you.
grill me on it.
Yeah.
And I went, if you need to fucking know, I had an ingrown hair in my fucking taint and it hurt and I couldn't walk and it fucking sucked, okay? I was like, I didn't think I needed to give you a reason as to why I couldn't be at work today.
Where were you working at the time?
I was working at Sprint,
okay.
which I win because that
you
company,
were not doing.
that company went out of business. They got bought out by T-Mobile. So in the long run, I win. I'm still here, but they're not.
Yeah.
But the
Hell
worst part was my ex-wife came home and I was like, I need a favor.
yeah.
And she was like, what's going on? I was like, I'm in serious pain and I need you to help me. So she fucking like baby bottom, like held my fucking legs up. She held my legs up and got like face first in like taint meat and fucking popped it and got like pulled the hair out of it.
Wow.
And it was like one of the only good things she's ever done for me. aside from the divorce, and those are the top two. But it hurts so fucking bad. It was one of the worst.
Was she very upset?
No, not at all. She worked.
She
in the
enjoyed
medical.
it?
She worked in the medical field. So I was like, I need your help with this, and she was like, let me see it. And I told her, I was like, it hurts. It feels big.
It
And
feels
as soon
big.
as she saw it, she was like, oh God, which is not a response you want to hear from
No,
anyone
When someone's staring down the devil's driveway.
about an abscess growing out of your fucking devil's driveway. Yeah.
Oh man. One time I was in like high school and my mom had to get ticks off my balls.
Nope. Mm-mm.
That wasn't fun.
Fuck that.
I thought I had cancer.
Maybe that's what it is. You just got residual fucking ball pain.
No, the ticks
From
were on
tick
my
balls.
left testicle.
That shit travels in weird ways, dude. You could have Lyme disease
I have
in your
Lyme
right
disease
nut.
in my
Maybe your
right nut.
balls have shifted over the years. They did a switcheroo, unplug and replug. You had to reroute your balls. Fuck. All right, well, yeah, fucking this was dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good way to start out and fucking.
I'm glad
It's a
I could
cool
go
spot.
through that today. It gave us a lot to talk
Dude,
about.
that was great. Good cannon fodder for the show. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should go weekly. Get your balls looked at, like Tom Green said. Yeah, man, fucking. It's our first episode. It's cool. I'm stoked. It'll be nice to do this shit regularly. What do you have coming up? We have a show together on the
Yeah,
1st.
April 1st.
Yeah,
That's all I got.
that's it.
That's it, dude. The
God
well's
damn.
dry.
Your balls are gooey, but the well is dry.
The well is dry, dude.
Shit. All right.
How
Well,
about you, man?
I have a bunch of shit coming up. I don't know how soon we'll get this out. Probably just depends on how quick I can sit down and fucking edit everything. But it's today's the 23rd, right?
22nd.
22nd. Yeah. So I've got what do I have? I have a show at the Electric Palm in Woodbridge that I'm headlining on the 31st. And then April 1st, we're doing that show together. I have April 2nd, I'm doing another round bar and grill in Richmond with a bunch of people. And then I think I have April 6th. April 5th, I'm doing Froggies in Virginia Beach.
I go to Froggies all the time.
I've never been there. I didn't even know what it is.
They're an Arsenal bar.
What does
they-
that mean?
It's a bar in itself, but they also do. I'm a big soccer fan. Arsenal is a soccer team.
Okay.
So all of our
I was like,
fans
they fucking have guns there? Dude?
they might, some of the patrons, but all of our fans like meet up there in the mornings on Saturday and Sunday and watch the games there.
All right.
So
Well,
I was pumped to see that y'all were having a
yeah.
show
Well,
there.
I'll be there. I'm headlining that show. I'm closing out. I'm doing like 30 to 40 minutes or some shit.
Hell yeah.
I'm doing that, and then April 6th, which is like the big one. That's the big deal. That's what I got coming up. I'm headlining one nighter at Sandman Comedy Club in Richmond, Virginia. Tickets are $5. If you're not doing anything, come out. That'll be dope. And then April 7th, I have the show at Granby Theater. Angus Black is headlining. And then April 8th, I have a Don't Tell comedy show. And then there's like some other shit after that. But that's my first week of April. That's like what I've got is like literally almost something.
Yeah,
that whole
that's a
first
lot,
week,
dude.
Which is pretty killer.
That's a lot. That's awesome.
Yeah, this is fucking dope. I guess we got to make like an Instagram and all that shit and do all that stuff for this. But
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
We've kept this pretty hush hush.
I know we've been super quiet about it and didn't really say shit to anybody. But yeah, fucking, we'll get the shit going and run it up. And then, yeah, dude, fuck yeah, dude.